Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen. Today we've got a reading for you about somebody you may have recently met or you may meet in the near future. But this seems like a kind of new connection where you're trying to determine whether or not it's more than just a physical attraction. Is there enough for a relationship here? And we've got I need security, your intellect arouses me, and I have too much to lose. So there's a red flag, maybe more than one red flag that you see while you're on a date or while you're getting to know this person. Something comes up in conversation and it makes you feel like you can't necessarily plan a life with this person, or you couldn't really rely on them to be there if something were happening that was particularly challenging, where you would want to have, a team player, right? Hello, Lilith. How are you doing? Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. Ooh, or that. I'm sorry. I hope you're having a good day. If you're interested in a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below. And we're going to start with the Fairy Godmother Oracle. I feel like this is going to be a little bit of additional information on how you could identify this person or what you are attracted to, what draws you in about this person. This person's a good listener. They don't try to, finish your sentence. I mean, sometimes that's cute, right? But sometimes it's annoying. This is a person who also remembers the things that they hear you say. So I feel that was quite different from some of the other experiences you've had romantically. It made you feel more important, right? Then we have venture and romance. This is somebody who does have a sense of adventure, but I also feel like this could be an entrepreneur or somebody who has a vision, but there could be some doubt as to whether or not that ability to think of ideas actually turns into dollars or progress, right? Success. So this could be a case of, well, there's a lot of attraction or there's a lot of chemistry, but we may have different outlooks in terms of how to handle finances. This could also be somebody who is looking outside of a relationship for love, and the I have too much to lose could be in reference to a relationship or an existing household, right? This is the Marigold Tarot. What else do we have? Three of Rings or Three of Pentacles, and the Five of Rings or Five of Pentacles. Wow. And the Six of Rings or Six of Pentacles. So a lot of earth energy. Remember, we're talking about somebody who wants security. And I do feel this kind of validates the idea that this is an important subject, right? Could you actually contribute to expenses? Would you be a partner in terms of making sure that finances are looking good? I think we have someone looking at, whoever they're attracted to and feeling like it would be, primarily me. I would have to pay the bills, or I would have to really make sure I had some sort of safety net or savings account, because it's like there's only one person who makes the money. Normally, the Six of Pentacles is like someone being charitable to two different individuals. The fact that there's one knife in this picture makes me feel like all of the responsibility falls to one person. So you may notice this in terms of how they talk about previous relationships, or it may just be about, how much you make versus how much they make. Four of Rings or Four of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Emperor. Yeah. I feel like we have a person who has a savings account and another person who does not. Maybe someone who has a lot of debt instead. Two of Rings or Two of Pentacles in reverse. So I don't know. Do you have Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo in your chart? Or does your person? Because this is so much earth energy, but it clearly is about romance and it's, I'm aroused by you. So this is a romantic connection that is being kind of challenged because there is a party that is a little bit irresponsible with their money. And it gives that other person pause as to whether or not they should move forward, even though they are attracted to or they think there's chemistry with this person. Hello, Laura. How are you doing? Oh, you're not late. We're only 5 minutes in. Hello, Bobby. Hello, Jason. I hope you all are having a good day. Let's see. What else do we have? Four of Wands. Nine of Swords in the reverse. Ace of Swords in the reverse. Yeah, this could be a discovery where initially this person tried to make it seem like they made more money, or they told you they owned a place and they rented, or they whatever. It's like you find out more about this person and it makes you feel like they were trying to mislead you either by omission or outright lie. It really kind of varies, but I do think you start to get a little bit uncomfortable around this person because you don't necessarily feel like they want to be honest about their financial situation. Ten of Wands, Page of Cups, and the Ace of Rings or the Ace of Pentacles. For some of you, if you resonate with the idea of, I have too much to lose, you may kind of flirt with the idea of making an offer or doing something involving like luxury goods or, hey, can you hold on to this money for me? Almost like you want to test this person. Like if I give you a little bit, are you going to kind of fudge? Like if you get, okay, you're 10 years old and your parents give you a 20 because they don't have a smaller bill and you're at the beach and all you need is a hot dog, right? Those aren't very expensive. At least they weren't back then. They probably are now. But you know what I'm saying? You get like more money than you need. You're supposed to bring back some change. It's like, I'm going to see what you do with this because I don't feel like you're necessarily good. There's some sort of litmus test, and it could even be just seeing how this person tips. This could be seeing whether or not, they have a bunch of bills piling up on their kitchen counter. But this is, I don't really feel like I could be in a relationship with you because I don't think you're responsible with money. This is the Beginner's Tarot. Hello, Illuminati. How are you doing? Money, bunny, honey. What else do we have? Eight of Swords in the reverse. Seven of Wands. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, the first clue may be that this person is oversharing and then they get defensive. So they tell you something, maybe they feel comfortable. It could be about a living situation and they overshare. They say too much. Maybe they're just kind of distracted or they're doing the whole like word vomit thing where they're not really thinking before they say something, but then they get defensive about it. So I do feel there's a tense or awkward conversation or moment between the two of you because it becomes a little bit more clear that this person's been misleading you about something or that they have been trying to give the impression that they're in a better financial situation than they really are. And it's one thing to have those differences, but if you're going to be dishonest about it, it makes it a little bit less comfortable, right? So now we have somebody that's trying to figure out, why were you being dishonest? And is this salvageable, or do we just have like not a lot in common? We've got the Queen of Swords, Hanged Man in the reverse, Ace of Wands. There could be a little distancing that happens. Whoever is feeling like they have too much to lose, this is our Queen of Swords individual, initially came through as an emperor. So don't get too caught up on the gender. It could be either, it could be any race. Just like someone who has clearly got respect for intelligence and is probably fairly comfortable financially, or they have a plan, they have a budget. They like to know that they're not going to be taking on a dependent if they're getting into a relationship. This Queen of Swords is feeling like whatever they did to kind of test this person, or whatever demonstrated this person's like financial perspective, it's kind of dubious. So it's making this Queen of Swords kind of second guess whether or not they're as attracted to this person in the first place. More so because there's a dishonesty. Because, you know, you can talk through a lot of different situations and find a way to navigate them. But this person, this Queen of Swords, is kind of like, yeah, but you tried to hide this from me, right? You tried to present something different. We've got the Three of Pentacles in the reverse and the Ten of Wands in the reverse. Hello, Rainbow Warrior. Oh, you're welcome. Hello there, Patrick. How we doing? It's difficult to relax now. It's difficult to have fun around this person because of this tense observation or kind of uncomfortable moment you have. That you start to question, you know, are you lying about anything else? Is it just this that you felt like you needed to kind of present a different reality? Tower in the reverse and Temperance. So initially, this Queen of Swords was looking at them as, wow, you know, we have really great conversations. I feel like you're really intelligent. We could maybe have a really happy relationship. Now they're looking at this person, instead of it being about we're, you know, a good match, now they have a challenge, right? And it's making them question the other things that they had assessed as a benefit or a good fit. It's like, I'm trying to think of a good example. It's like if you're troubleshooting some sort of technology, tablet, computer, cell phone, and you go through the list, right? Is it this issue? Is it this? Is it an application level thing? Is it a hardware thing? Whatever it is, right? This person feels like they have to step back now, the Queen of Swords. They have to step back and take another look at whoever they're attracted to because they're nervous now. It's like, well, can I trust that you're actually this tall? Can I trust that you were born where you said you were? That little lie has become a little bit of a bigger deal. Fool in the reverse, Devil in the reverse, and Five of Wands. I really do feel like it's just the dishonesty part. Like they could have figured out the finances in some way. Fool in the reverse, Devil in the reverse is someone realizing I made this a bigger deal than I needed to. I wish I hadn't done what I did. I wish I had just been honest, or maybe just said, you know what? I don't know you that well. I would rather talk about finances later on down the road. Not to be like weird about it or anything. You could, no is a full answer, first of all, full sentence. But I think there are times where people overshare, or they're too quick to invite people into some of those like personal details. And they decided, instead of kind of like shutting down that conversation, they decided to kind of mislead or make something sound different. This is the Morgan Greer. Hey, Carrie, how's it going? Six of Swords in the reverse. Queen of Wands. King of Cups. And the Three of Wands in the reverse. So we have one person that seems to be a little bit frustrated, seems to feel like, okay, well, now I need to figure out a plan. And another person who's just kind of waiting. I do feel like the Queen of Wands, or Queen of, in this deck, it's the Queen of Rods. I do feel like this is the person who is dating or has not necessarily been fully honest with the Queen of Swords. This is, I kind of got myself into a situation and I don't know how to get out of it. I can't really explain myself in a way that justifies my actions, because when I decided to be dishonest, I kind of knew it was going to be no bueno, right? And our Queen of Swords is the King of Cups. I hope you're following. We have some healed people here, even though there are some issues. When you are a little bit more healed, you do tend to have a little bit, as far as I know, in my experience, you have more bouncing back between king, queen, emperor, empress. But this King of Cups is our Queen of Swords, the person who has too much to lose. They're not doing anything right now. It's like, I'm waiting to see what's going on, right? I'm not going to make any rash decisions. I'm not going to, yell at you. I'm not going to try to make you feel bad, but I'm going to be like pretty dang observant, because if you think you can get one past me, you are in fact misinformed. Hello, Jason. How's it going? Ace of Wands in the reverse. Knight of Pentacles. Four of Wands in the reverse. For some of you, this person could be lying about whether or not they are living with an ex. Or lying about how long it will take them to move to a different place if they were honest about still living with their ex. But I do feel like this is someone who's feeling like they handled the situation with you completely wrong. They should have just been honest with you. And now, like, the only thing they can see is you being upset or disappointed, right? Like, you just weren't really honest. So there's instability where previously the two of you were getting along quite well. Hello, Mystic Rose. Ooh, you deserve honesty and respect. Hello, James. How are you doing? Six of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. High Priestess. So as a result, our King of Cups is contemplating that intuitive feeling that is kind of making them feel like you need to maybe distance yourself from this Queen of Wands energy. This is someone who had tried to present themselves as very successful, but the truth was they were more dealing with, lack. Thank you so much, James. I appreciate you. Hello, Felicia. How are you doing? This is that like pit of your stomach. I wish I didn't feel like you were lying to me, but it kind of feels like you were. Nine of Wands in the reverse, questioning whether or not you want to kind of like throw in the towel, you know, say adios, probably time to part ways, because fact remains you have lost this trust that you were working to build with somebody that you don't necessarily know that well. Six of Cups, Seven of Cups in the reverse. I do feel like there's a close friend of yours. This could also be a sibling or like a cousin, right? But there's someone you've known for a long time who looks at the situation with very clear vision. I do feel like this friend of yours or this, you know, cousin or whatever, they do want the best for you. I can't always say that about every friend that I see in readings, but this person is giving you good advice. I think basically saying, I don't know that you could really trust that person. What would it take for them to earn back your trust? And it might make you kind of like chew on that question for a couple of days. Like, is that even a possibility or is it too far gone? This is the situations deck. What else do we have? Twin flame and children in the reverse. So there's a lot of energy that is similar, right? There's a lot of chemistry. There's a lot of initial attraction. But with children in the reverse, it feels like one person, perhaps our Queen of Swords, feels like they're a little bit more mature, a little bit more grown up than this Queen of Wands. And I think this pop-up could actually be that friend, or this could be you showing up and finding out someone doesn't live where they said, or someone has a roommate they didn't tell you about. But I do feel like you start to question whether or not this person is actually like the one or someone you could be involved with because of the information that you find out, because you find out that they have lied to you. We've got wish in the reverse, nightlife in the reverse, or risk in the reverse, and bounty hunter in the reverse. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like you realize this is not the kind of partner you want to be involved with. You're not interested in taking that big of a risk. This person, either they live like a completely different life from you. I think it's bigger than the lie. For some of you, you may find out this person does something illegal in order to subsidize whatever money they bring home. There's something here that just makes you feel like I don't know why you weren't honest with me. It might be that there's multiple things that they have to be honest with you about. This is the Earth and Bone Oracle. If I said hello to first time, how's it going? Hello, Ramisha. How are you doing? It's going to vary per situation, but I would say primarily this person's concerned financially, that connecting with this person or being in a relationship with the Queen of Wands is going to cause issues in terms of being able to pay bills or being able just to trust them to be honest about what's going on with the finances. And there's something to do with where someone lives. We've got number one, shelter, spiritual growth, revival, accountability, and healing. Accountability about where someone lives. I feel like they live with someone they don't want you to know that they live with. Or they're trying to find a way to live with you. We have number 9, visionary. This is you. Confidence, self-assured, passionate, self-worth, and vivacious. So you have a way of drawing in abundance. You have a very powerful energy. I would hope by now you already know that. But it draws in a lot of opportunities. It also draws in a lot of people. And you've got to be able to discern, are you here to like contribute and add and build, or are you here to try to just like take? So they see you as this visionary, somebody that would do quite well, and maybe they want to like kind of ride your coattails. We've got number 39, portal, and number 38, the pack. Portal says originality, idealism, progression, opening, and accessing. And the pack says inner work, community, deep connections, celebration, and soul tribe. I feel like this person knows that you have good connections and they may be clout chasing. They may feel like you could introduce them to someone they want to work for or someone they want to meet. They are focused on who you know because of how successful you've been, but probably also the fact that it is kind of looking like you're at least a little bit successful, right? More than they are is how they view it. All right, this is what's the news. What else do we have? Long haul, in it to win it, long-term intentions, and invested. This is the energy from the Queen of Swords. This could be talking about specifically how you view relationships, but I feel it's also applicable to how you deal with business, how you approach projects. You could be, because of that visionary card, you could lean, towards the entrepreneur side. But I do feel like you are a little bit more established. We have a light bulb moment, sudden realization, feeling inspired, insightful awareness. There is a moment where you see this person acting in a particular way and you know what the motivations or the intentions are behind that. And that's what conflicts with your understanding of who they are, where they live, what they said. Makes you kind of question whether or not they've been honest. Wine and dine, courtship, consistently dating, romance, and passion. I do feel like this person is pretty much always on a dating app. I don't mean like actively using it, but I don't know if they really do justice to removing, deleting, or not accessing that app when they are actively pursuing a relationship with someone. We've got bye, Felicia, peace and out, thank you next, leaving and not caring. So I feel like this is someone who likes to have options. I do feel like there could be an ex that they're still considering or that they're still talking to, for some of you that they're still living with. And they're not necessarily honest about who's in their sphere, right? Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Ooh. So we have dirty money, honeymooning, and repo. So they could be a thief, they could be laundering money, or they could be doing something illegal for money. That could be why you're saying I have too much to lose. I don't really want to be tied to somebody that could potentially have some legal consequences for how they make money or where they got that money. And whoever is this Queen of Wands, they're trying to distract their love interest from this risk or from this concern, trying to make it seem more like idyllic or like it's a fantasy, right? Oh, it's so romantic. But then this truth keeps coming up. There is some financial issues here that I think have pushed this person to be little bit loose with their morals with regards to how they get that money or how they make that money. Hello, Miss Princess. Hello, Tom. How are you doing? All right, this is the Tarot of the Nile. What else do we have? Judgment. Four of Cups in the reverse. And the Seven of Cups. Yeah, they created some illusion here after there was some ending or some difficult it's like a bill came back around or something became more urgent than it was before. So they had to get a little bit creative, and as such felt like they needed to create a little bit of an illusion here. Whatever this dirty money was, they didn't want you to know anything about it. They were like, no, look at how great I am. Everything's great over here. Nothing to see here, you know? Nine of Wands and the Page of Cups. To be honest, this looks like whoever is our Queen of Wands, they are looking at being in a relationship as something that could potentially save them financially or help them get out of a tight spot. So it's one of my favorite movies. I haven't seen it in a while, but that movie with Jennifer Love Hewitt and Sigourney Weaver, I think it's called Heartbreakers, is an accurate vibe, right? This person's like, who can I make fall in love with me so that I can pay my bills, or so that I have a place to stay, or so that I have, you know, money to buy the things that I can't afford. They're looking for a relationship. They're looking for a serious relationship specifically for that money element. Page of Swords, Devil in the reverse, the Moon. But this secret comes out, this, you know, inability to manage cash or irresponsibility in terms of how you've spent money in the past or how you are earning it. The Queen of Swords becomes aware of it somehow. Maybe not the entire thing, but it's like, okay, well, I know enough to know that this is probably not something I really want to be associated with. And I don't know that I could trust this person. I know that they've lied to me and they may be willing to do some shady stuff. So would they potentially steal from me? Maybe. Seven of Pentacles, the Lovers. So someone's looking at this opportunity in love as like a transaction. Strength in the reverse, Three of Pentacles in the reverse, because they don't necessarily have the connections that they need from a professional standpoint. They may feel like someone you know could help them get a job. They may feel like they should lie about whether or not they're actually employed just so that you let them move in. And then they tell you, oh, crap, I got fired. But hey, at least I already live here, right? You wouldn't kick me out. They're trying to pull some kind of fashion on you. I don't like it. They're like, how can I trick you? Magician in the reverse. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Chariot in the reverse. But you're too smart for them. You're too smart for them. You do feel like they're smart, but you might be just a little bit smarter. Yeah, they try to control something, and I feel like you're too observant. You notice that they're doing something different. You notice that their behavior's changed. And whatever this is, it's like they're trying to lay this trap for you, and you're like, da, da, da. You think I'm going to drive over that and ruin my tires? Nah, I'll just like get out and like walk on foot. You can't touch me. I'm a gingerbread man. They can't do what they're trying to do, and you're able to kind of like wriggle out of this. you don't fall for their trap. They were real confident that you would. Hello, Joy. I hope you're having a good day. I'll take it how it resonates. It sounds like you know which one you are. Mm-hmm. All right, let's get a few from the Kipper. The Kipper don't lie. It's just a little bit brutal, though. There is a thief card in here, so we'll see if that one comes out, or perhaps courthouse or adjudication if there's some legal concerns here. What else do we have? Marriage in the reverse. Courtship in the reverse. This person could still be married to someone else. This person could still be, like I said earlier, living with someone else. Or they have zero intention of actually being in a long-term committed relationship. So because you are observant, because you have pretty strong intuition, you're able to pick up on this vibe. You're able to kind of, for you, it might even come across as like a stomach ache or a headache. You pick up on some not so genuine energy from this person. It makes you start to question, you know, how close should I really get to this person? Are they trying to use people in order to get what they want? We have community in the reverse. They may not have, so the reference that I just got in my mind, because of community in the reverse, is Uma Thurman's character, the bride in Kill Bill, when she's getting married, saying that nobody's sitting on her side. They may not have a lot of people from their past, and that may be something that makes you kind of question, you know, well, what happened in terms of your childhood? What happened in your past? Why is there no one, right? And it does look like they don't like to travel, which may make you suspicious. Could have some legal issues, right? This is the signs of the times. What else do we have? Traffic cone, caution, number 32. I told you it's risky. Dice, chance, number 19. This person could have a gambling issue. Number 25, cowrie shell, abundance. There is abundance that is supposed to increase for you. You may already feel pretty comfortable. You may already feel relatively successful. Whatever you are at right now, it's about to increase. So if there's someone around you that is looking to be a bit shady or use you for what you have, the universe is going to be like, da, 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 da. Nope. Back away from the collective and fix that hair. The universe is like, no. That abundance belongs to the Queen of Swords. You may not touch it. So that's part of the reason you've got signs of ways showing up to try to guide you away from this person. Number 31, globe, possibility, and number 13, healing, medical staff. Yeah, this person's looking to move somewhere where they can recuperate, but they're not going to contribute, right? They want to be taken care of. They want a nurse. They want somebody who's going to feed them and fluff their pillow and make sure the right episode of Perry Mason is on. Just kidding. It's probably more like Law and Order? West Wing? I don't know. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air? But this person's trying to figure out how far they can take it with regards to kind of like making you pay for things or making you take care of them, finding a place to stay, that kind of thing. But I don't feel like that's your thing. I feel like you're going to comply. All right, this is the Poe Tarot. I don't read these in the reverse, by the way. Knight of Candles, which is the Knight of Wands, and the Eight of Candles, or Eight of Wands. But lo, a stir is in the air, the wave, there is a movement there. This is when you you are thinking things are going well with this person, and then you notice something. I feel like you're super observant. There's a movement there. You notice something that they were hoping you did not notice. 1, 2, 3, and away. And it makes you want to depart. It makes you want to leave. It makes you want to walk out. It is just kind of like a sudden realization. Okay, nope. You are not the person that I thought you were. Knight of Quills, which is the Knight of Swords. The object, truth, or the satisfaction of the intellect, and the object, passion, or the excitement of the heart, are, although attainable, to a certain extent in poetry, far more readily attainable in prose. I feel you're disappointed in this person because you really did have an attraction, and it was to more than just their physicality. You were also attracted to their brain. They were attracted to yours. You were having good conversation, right? Unfortunately, you have found that they are using that intellect for evil. Hopefully not really, but they are being dishonest, right? They're doing something probably illegal. And your concern is, how much are they willing to lie? How comfortable are they with that kind of situation? Because I don't really want to sit around and wait for things to blow up in my face. It does seem like there would be some consequences for whatever they're doing, and you don't want that to impact you, right? Hello, Alicia. How are you doing? Hello, Voyager. Hello, Slow Road again ahead. Look what we have. It's just for you. This is your traffic cone, okay? All right. So the Three of Candles or Three of Wands says, I can conceive nothing more sublimating than the strange peril and novelty of an adventure such as this. May God grant that we succeed. So this is someone who's deciding, okay, even though I was really attracted, or I really thought this was a strong connection, something I could see growing into a relationship, this thing that I know about you, or this reality, it makes it seem like I would have to risk my financial security, or I would have to feel like I couldn't trust you. And that's an important component of a relationship. This is the Gypsy Oracle. So death, hope in the reverse, misfortune in the reverse. So this is basically, for me, it looks like a math equation, right? I'm going to end a connection, or I'm not willing to invest in something with somebody when I lose the hope that they would be able to help me avoid misfortune. If I think somebody is going to cause misfortune, or if I think somebody is hiding misfortune, then I don't feel like we would be a good team, Haughty in the reverse, or haughtiness in the reverse, and money. I gotta say, it looks like you deserve a high five for having some sense of responsibility or success in your professional or financial sector. Things are going to improve for you. I want you to maintain that not being a jerk element of your personality for as long as possible, because your money is about to get better. And even though it makes sense that this is not a connection that would work for you, you don't necessarily have to have somebody that makes as much money. It's whether or not they're actually being responsible with it. And you don't see this person being responsible. Like, there's no way to make this better. The way you handled it, the way you're currently handling things in your life, it doesn't really make me feel like you're going to be able to address that or make things better anytime soon. So maybe you should focus on that instead of trying to get into a relationship. So this looks to me like you send them packing. They may be trying to stay with you. And you're like, no. That's not a thing. Thanks though. No, thank you. This is the Golden Girls. Whoop. Hello, Peggy. How are you doing? What else do we have? Three of Cups in the reverse. Two of Wands in the reverse. They knew if they'd been honest with you about how they've made money recently, or, you know, what morals they've decided to kind of like toss out the window, that you wouldn't be interested. So I do feel like they were purposefully lying, purposefully omitting information about where they live, how they make money, those kind of details, because they were aware that you would have been, they figured that out pretty early on. So they did kind of curate a story or like an image for you in an attempt to try to cover for the fact that they are doing some of these karmic or toxic or unhealthy behaviors that they knew you would not be into. Two of Swords. Page of Cups. There's an attempt to love bomb or kind of like create like that honeymooning card, right? Create things to feel kind of like magical for a minute, even if it is kind of like, I don't know, in an immature way, because they didn't want to have to talk about the truth. So they were trying to distract you enough or get you maybe even to fall in love so that you wouldn't really be as concerned, or you wouldn't have as concerning a reaction when you found out what they've been up to, where they live, who they're maybe still involved with. Hello, Kay Garrett. How we doing? Likewise. Hello, Shane. How's your day going? So we have the Empress and the Six of Swords. The Empress would be our Queen of Swords. Of course, you also did at the beginning come out as the Emperor. So remember, don't get too caught up on that gender, right? But this is you saying, you know what? I think I would be a little bit better over there. I don't think I could really trust you to be hanging out with me. So you move on. You let go of this love interest. Some of you even changed the keys to your house, the locks. Chariot in the reverse, Seven of Cups. This person's going to ask you why. They're going to try to make you feel guilty. Like, oh, you're judging me for being poor, or, oh, you're judging me for something that I have to do. They're probably going to be a little bit manipulative about this, because they're still trying to find a way to live off of you or to move in. And you, I think, are going to be pretty well prepared for the fact that they may be trying to play victim. Oh, yeah, you got to be careful with that, James. Hello, Santiago. Mystic Rose, that sounds totally logical. If you lie a lot, those connections start to disappear, right? Six of Wands, Nine of Swords in the reverse, and the Four of Swords. I see, even though you might be a little bit frazzled, a little bit frustrated that this person had tried to be dishonest or was trying to hide who they really are, you're still going to keep it moving in terms of your finances, in terms of your profession, business. Some of you are going to start your own business in the next several months, but I do feel a little bit of additional time for yourself or your pursuits is a good thing for you. And you get over this maybe quicker than you anticipate. Some of you I see going on a vacation, probably around like springtime. I don't know, are you going to meet someone? We've got 5 of Swords, Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Some of you may take a vacation because you feel like you need to get away, especially if this person's still trying to pursue you. Some of you may even decide it's time for you to move elsewhere, but I do feel like you want to get out of the environment. You don't want to be, potentially running into this person. King of Wands, the Moon in the reverse. Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, this person wants to use you for your money or wants to use you for your connections, wants to be able to move in with you. And they were really hoping their good looks or their charm or potentially your desire to get to know them better would enable them to achieve that. But you're like, mm-mm, mm-mm. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. So they feel like they've lost out on what they could have had. Emperor, this is your energy. I say this maybe a little bit too often, or maybe I don't say it enough because it's still coming up, right? Yo, if you're going to pick on somebody, we could always just say like pick on someone your own size, but like if you're going to try to pick on somebody who's going to come through as an emperor or an empress, like you are wasting your time. It would be a better use of your time to find the biggest jar that you could possibly find in your entire state, fill it with jelly beans and try to guess how many jelly beans are in there than trying to go after an emperor or an empress. Like, this is going to cause them some bad karma. They're going to have some struggles. I think further struggles in terms of finances or being able to find someone they can kind of leech off of because they did try it with you. They should not have done that. It makes their situation worse. 8 of Wands, 10 of Swords in the reverse. But they're going to hear about you experiencing additional success. So I guess karma, right? This is the Zodiac fortune telling cards. Let's see what else we have for you. Success in your undertakings this year. I told you, what did I say? Within 9 months? Several months? Sickness is surrounding you, but will turn out for the best. Guest coming means trouble. Don't let them move in with you. I feel like you all in the live chat, you're already saying, yeah, no, they can't move in with me. That's not a thing. This person wants to move in. They like your drapes. A long motor trip with a surprise at the end. I think a lot of you are ending up on some kind of vacation this year, and it really does help to clear your mind and help you start a new chapter. But I also feel like this is tied in with the success you're going to experience in your business. One of whom you will be suspicious will prove true. So not this person we've been talking about, but there could be somebody else that you, after you deal with this person, that you encounter and you feel, oh, this is another one, or oh, this is somebody who's also looking to try to be shady in some way. But you want to make sure you're using your discernment, not just to rule everyone out, but to actually figure out which ones are the good ones, right? Start living your own life. You've got some really big things ahead of you this year. And it starts with not letting anybody slow you down that has not so great intentions. And you are well prepared to be able to boot them from your life. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you, everyone, for the likes and the subscribes. I hope to see you on my next reading. Doodles.